Hello everyone and welcome to QualityOldHomm. Today we are having the final mission of the first campaign named the Griffin Cliff, and we see our investments in the first couple of missions of this campaign to pay off. And about these bonuses, Golden Bow is really good. Then again, so is this Lion's Shield of Courage. And perhaps that endless sack of gold as well, but I think since we don't have that many shooters, we are going to go with the shield there.
Each year, griffins from around the world migrate to Griffin Cliff. Armies of King Griffinheart I tamed the griffins and trained them for war. With these great beasts, King Griffinheart unified the divergent human colonies and formed Erathia. King Griffinheart felt the land's native griffins were key to any Erathian war. To secure Stedwick, we need the griffins.
So, we need to secure those Griffin Cliffs at the northern part of the map. And I think in relation to the first two missions, the difficulty of this mission kind of spikes, at least somewhat. So, I guess Christian will be leading our forces, and perhaps Sorsa as well. So let's bring the troops to those two heroes. And then we can continue the collection of resources we have in this area. I think we will bring these troops because they are of a, let's call it, different alignment. And that's a nice, albeit a small army. But I think we can do at least some things with that. Of course, we have some additional troops here. And let's make so that this city will produce troops. And after that, or rather other cities will then produce money generating facilities, at least first. So, we do have our armies ready. This Sorsa has diplomacy, so perhaps we could be able to persuade at least some of these guys to join us. But apparently we don't have quite enough troops. And the reason I'm actually playing this is that I don't want to lose any troops in the early stage of the game or the mission. So with that one spell we were able to prevent that. And we don't want to engage those marksmen just yet. Perhaps these pikemen will see the reason and join us, apparently not. And I guess our ballista will bear the brunt of this battle. Okay, so much for those enemies, and I think we are ready to go out. And in order to get some more money, I think these town halls here are well in order, but I think we are going to need quite a lot of money in order to... Okay, that's nice. So we are going to need quite a lot of money so that we can keep up the production in here. And by the way, moving Christian first might have been a mistake. Well, not quite. And we have a collector hero here as well now. And I think Shosha can go out from this side. So these guys do have 25 hit points. I guess it's getting stormy in here. One casualty is acceptable. And of course at some point we need to raise another army so that we can take all the mines that are in this area. For example, this alchemist lab and so on. And here I think we will make blacksmith. And in these two cities or towns, let's make marketplaces. So as you can see that we are having, we maxed out the heroes in the previous missions, and we have the maximum amount of heroes. It makes the, especially the starting of this mission, quite a bit easier. And thus enables us to win these initial battles and gain an upper hand for the battle, or rather for the whole scenario. At least in my opinion, the early aggression is kind of the way to go in these campaigns. With that, the missions are much more easier because you will be having the advantage over the AI, which takes it time to build its armies and so on. And perhaps we can send Edric out as well. And at the moment it seems our monetary situation is rather good, and I think Valeska can very well become our next general, who actually has some troops. So let's build blacksmith and the second one this time, and we are running low on stones. So I think these small benefits here do accumulate a bit by bit, and that in turn is a key to a victory. And do we have... I guess we are not going to go there. But Alchemist Lab is good. Several Scorpicos is a bit difficult. Perhaps we will leave that location to be, at least for the moment. And we really need that stone here. I wouldn't be surprised if we run into the first enemies rather soon. So perhaps we can leave Tyrist here as a defender. And let's send Edric out. Or was I supposed to send Tyrus? Perhaps he should be sent to the other side. And let's make... Actually, we have a choice. We can have training grounds, Griffin Tower, or monastery next turn. But since we are lacking some wood, I think we will go for the monastery. And we need to have mage guilds here as well, so we can make that city hall. And Tyrus was supposed to head here as well. Fortunately, they didn't have good morale. I guess we can accept that. And then... Oh, we are lacking wood as well. Let's hope we can find some. Okay, we have at least found an enemy city. And here is some wood. That's good. And there is some more, which we need to go to grab. Bring those resources to Christian, and I think we can have the city halls. Then again, it might be more beneficial to have resource silos, as we are running low on resources. So let's take care of these water elementals here. I guess that's acceptable. Let's hope the Medusas will run. Apparently not. Okay, that's good. And the casualties, well, were quite the same. Okay. Any extra troops at this point of the game are good. And there is the Library of Enlightenment, a prime target for us rather soon. Basic hermetic is good, and then there is that whatever the well's name is, but it's good as well, because we can replenish our spell points there. So, we can have the monastery now, but we are going to need the wood for, rather the stones for the castle next turn. I think we will build City Hall and the resource silo in our smaller towns. And then we have our first sighting of an enemy. So taking this enemy outpost is rather important, because now this flank of ours will be quite a bit better secure. And perhaps we could bring that Xarfax. So that's magic well. So let's bring that Xarfax to guard that outpost or town or whatever it is. And we have the enemy hero there. I guess we will lose Tyrus. It shouldn't matter too much, but of course we need to move to engage that enemy hero. Oh, we could have Portal of Glory. I guess we can prioritize it over the castle. Because next turn we are able to start moving quite a bit faster. And let's start to upgrade this town as well. And I would really like to hunt down that enemy hero, because that item he got is quite decent. Gunnar there. Another library of enlightenment. I guess we will need to take Gunnar out before we can actually have some peace in that area. I think that back of Minotaur Kings is a bit too much for us. There. And yeah, this guy can take charge of the defenses there. Perhaps Edric will take charge of the defenses in here. And let's build tavern there as well. Here, town hall. And here, I guess, stables. And let's recruit all the troops we can. And, well, if there are a lot of griffins, I think we are in trouble. So let's head this way. And oh, the shield was left in place there. So let's go grab it. And by the way, we could have used that stone there. Okay, I guess we need to do this manually. And fortunately, we are having these griffins moving before those familiars, so our position should be decent enough so that we are not going to have too many losses. And then let's visit the magic well and move against Demer. So I would dare to say that this settlement should be rather secure at the moment. This, on the other hand, not so. And we finally have the castle there. And we can start focusing on getting those rest of the unit production facilities up and running there. that's from where the enemy did come. And well, yeah. And here we have another subterranean gate, which of course once again means trouble. And of course our task is not to wipe out all the enemies, but to flag the Griffin dwellings. But I think it's more easily done when we don't have to worry about the enemies too much. So, because of that, our aim is to move and wipe out the enemies before we move north to flag the dwellings. So we are having Atomic up there and Rushka as well. Let's move to engage. So I think our position in this area is actually better than on the right side, because it seems that the enemies are focusing on the right side a bit more than we at the moment. And this might actually be... okay, I was worried that it's going to be a rather difficult battle, but apparently not. And then we have one additional settlement there, and I think we need to search those other passages as well. Of course, these are rather of poor quality settlements, and Tamika of course has made herself a target, and I think the lightning bolt to do the trick there. And we are having enemy movement there as well. I think Sosa is best suited for capture of that city there. And here we just have to take whatever we can. By the way, that Tome of Earth magic there is quite valuable. Okay, I guess the enemy has not moved into that part of the map at least yet. And since we are having buildings up to citadel level in these settlements, I think we will just continue to improve them. Okay, and we are having another enemy settlement. And apparently that city there is rather free to take, at least for the moment. And there is nothing there, so perhaps this army can move northwards. And we are having another enemy there, which of course means that we need to have defenses in place, okay? An ambush, no, we are not going to retreat. We are going to win this, albeit not too easily. So 300 points of damage. let's try to take those F-ready down first. And then focus on those Gerberai. And of course on the Harpyhawks. Perhaps we should take those down manually, or rather with troops. And then we need to focus on those enemies there. And perhaps another lightning bolt will take care of those. And then I think we have a victory. Even though the losses were quite heavy. So I think we will head to White Moon to get reinforcements. Then we had some enemy movement around here, so I guess Cuthbert needs to organize a defense in here. And let's hope she has enough spell power to do that. And decent enough spells. Can we actually make some upgrades in here, at least the town hall? And perhaps next turn we could actually have a new hero bringing the troops to Christian. So, let's hope we are in a winning position. At least they are not having spells anymore, so I think we should be able to pound them into submission. So since we can have this 5 times and this 4 times, but this does more damage, so I guess lightning bolt it is then. And perhaps that's it for the orange. And let's get the new hero and the troops. Just wondering, perhaps archangels would be nice. And apparently negotiating with those guys. So, we are ready to find the next ambush somewhere. And I think we can bring Sosa above the ground. Perhaps Cuthbert can guard that settlement. And let's see what's north there. At least there seems to be a seer's hut. And there is enemy hero. Which we need to deal with. And we are having cartographer, hut of Magi. Well, everything nice. there. And let's see if we can handle that enemy hero and his troops in short order. Okay, another ambush. I think this time the success will be quite a bit more limited. And I guess Sorsa can get some new troops. And okay, Dragon Utopia. Nice. I'm afraid we don't have quite enough troops to take that yet, but since it's such a nice place, I think we will visit it in any case. So, I think we have pretty much neutralized the enemies. So let's just upgrade. Oh, not quite. So let's take him down. Oh. And that's it. So, I guess we can have Christian moving towards the Griffin places there, or whatever they are. And then here we can have Sorsa to replenish his troops. And I guess Valeska could bring her troops to Sorsa. And we are ready to move against the Dragon Utopia. Here we have Octavia there, back of Minotaurs, and some dragons. I guess we dare to engage. Well, some casualties, but we have visited that. And in a couple of days we should be in position to move forwards. Okay, nice. Welcome. I think the fighting power of our army is growing quite significantly with those red dragons. Someone else willing to join? Apparently not. And towards Dragon Utopia it is then. And I don't think we need that ring, but that shield on the other hand is rather nice. And by the way, I forgot to take those dwellings there. So I guess the nearest subterranean gate will be the best place to start. Okay, and that's the last enemy down. Several devils. So, Dragon Utopia is one of the best, if not the best, kind of neutral building you can have in the map, because you can get dirty much money from it, and also some of the best artifacts in the whole game. So it's most definitely a place to pay visit when you have decent enough army. So as you can see, the opposition here is rather strong, and of course, since they are immune to magic, that makes things a bit more difficult as well. And perhaps we could leverage the dragons to fight each other. And we could of course resurrect some of these units, but I guess we just have to fight. Or perhaps if we can do it next turn, then we will do it. So I guess those champions will be the best way to spend the spell points. So, as you can see, quite decent loot. Unfortunately, quite a few shields, but you cannot get everything, can you? And I think it's time to start flagging the rest of the Griffin dwellings. And apparently they are rather ferocious defenders there. And I guess it's a couple of dwellings more to go. After this one. So let's head that way. And here we should be able to get things done rather soon. By the way, if it takes a lot of time for you to get into these flagging states, these stacks of griffins especially are growing all the time. So you might end up fighting against hundreds of them, and that of course can make life a bit difficult, since when those enemies, or rather neutral stacks, grow to be large enough, their growth is greater than the growth of creatures you can get every week. So you have quite a lot of time for this mission, because the stacks still are quite small at the beginning of the second month. But if you are, for example, in month 5 or something like that, then there will be hundreds, because they grow by compound interest. So, for example, 10 units grow by 10% to be 11, and of course that 100 units will grow by 10, and of course then that 110 will grow by 11 next week, and so on. But I think we have dealt with this campaign, and let's save, and I think we should have some scoreboard here. So, rank of an evil eye. So, let's put our name there. And we got to the second place. So, thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to post comments, give advice, ask questions and so on. Have a great rest of the day. QualityOldHomm out.